It's currently day 3 and trail mile 37 on the Alexander MacKenzie Trail. Ryan, Jeff, Scott, and Ty are cutting toward a river crossing while Kurt, Zach, and myself have left in Rufio to head to the Kluskus village in hopes of getting permission to cut the trail into the village and to find fuel. The trail team's problem at hand is that the trail has disappeared into a bog, threatening to be impassable.
Mosquito. I think we're just gonna have to maybe do a little walking around and trudging around to try to find out where the trail actually goes, because this is some pretty nasty deep swamp for quite a while. So might have been a good idea to check it out by foot first, but we checked it out by truck first.
So we lost comms with Rufio. They are over in the native reservation down the river here and across the lake. And now we are trying to find the right road to get across this place. And this is the original road, however, it's impassable. So we're gonna try to get Apollo out. They're a little stuck right now.
Okay. Do you want me to pull forward slightly, Jeff?
Yeah. We're good.
We'll lock her in, and we should be good to go.
You're on?
Here, go, 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 go!
Go, go, go! Go, go, go!
Well, that worked out nice.
Ty thought he saw another road. We kind of headed along the tree line, so we're gonna check that one out and see if it's a little more passable with a little less effort and disturbance. So.
So yeah, we're back to where we started reassessing. This is the track route. So we're gonna give this another shot. Looking like we can stay right a little bit more. There's an old bridge right here, but it's all collapsed, so it's just a huge pile of wood. So once we get to here, we'll have to clear it out.
Oh, geez. That is a swamp hole.
My knees.
Yeah, but how soft's the bottom?
It's rock.
Okay.
Okay, I think we'll be good here. We just have to come into this soft.
The guys find a new line through the bog with better ground beneath.
Point them in a direction. Nice. Well, that wasn't hard.
Man, that is crazy. You can't even see any of this from like 30 feet away. These bushes just cover it all up. It's a good thing we didn't come barreling in here. Look at what we did. Look at what we can accomplish when we put our hands together. You know what? Teamwork makes the dream work. So true. Boom.
Nothing.
You good? You good? That's fun. Did you hear those guys on the radio at all?
Nope.
Rufio, this is X3. You have a
I
copy?
think they'll see it though. Once they see the landing it.
So we can't raise them on comms right now. I think what we're going to do is, we have a pretty established little path here. I think they can find their way through it. It's pretty obvious where we went. So we're going to push on forward to the river and get the river crossing and fill our water up and get as many things off the list as we can while they're over getting permission to enter into the reservation.
5.5 miles south-southwest of the trail team, Kurt and I are investigating our objectives to get permission for cutting the rest of the way into the village and to hopefully find fuel for the rigs. Auntie Emily happily gave us permission to cut the trail.
Auntie Emily. It seemed like she's kind of the new elder, because her dad was the one who I talked to earlier, and he's now in a nursing home. So Tony, her son, has the fuel. So we'll see if we can see how much fuel we need.
Has the fuel
fuel do
and
we
some
need?
trail intel too. So
Yeah.
he knows about the trail heading out, what the condition of it's going to be. So he'll be a real good one to resource with above and beyond his fuel option.
Need anything fixed?
Welders, radio. He's
Yeah.
our go-to guy, isn't he? He's the local fixer.
He has 5 gallons, which is not what we need.
We'll
We'll let him keep his 5
we
gallons.
would just be depleting his resource in
Yeah.
that.
We're gonna see if we can get a hold of those other guys by chance. And either we finish crossing it to here, and then bail out and get fuel. That's what I think. We meet back up, finish this portion of the trail, and then roll out.
Yeah, economically it'd make the most sense fuel-wise to leave 2 vehicles parked here in town. One of the locals here that seems real knowledgeable on the roads is telling us we can get 2 or 3 kilometers down this road easily. In fact, he said all the way back out to the highway they had it cleared just a couple of months ago. So anything that we're cutting now is just recent fall, which goes to show how quickly these trails can change, because if they were clear a few months ago all the way back out to the 4000 road, which they're calling the highway. But anyways, if we can get real close, they're going to be close to the river crossing here at some point as well, and we may be able to meet them along the middle, or at least get them on the radio.
Yeah.
In the moment, we decide to work our way down the trail from the village in hopes of a golden spike opportunity, forming 2 trail teams working from opposite directions to reach a center point and open the trail.
Well, that's that. We'll just have to turn around and hit the dirt road back.
We come across a heavy tree fallen across the trail. Ill-equipped to remove it, we are forced to turn around and join the crew via the trail they have cleared on the other side. We make comms with the team some 4 miles away.
Is on the road. Team Rufio made it to the road.
We're going to be coming up on your tail in 15 minutes here. Just keep on progressing towards zero, and we'll see you guys shortly. Have you guys made it to the big river crossing yet, or how far out on that are you?
We're still about another mile away from that.
Copy.
Come on, Hercules.
Oh, I'm about to stab my crotch.
So we are back on the MacKenzie Trail. We just came back off the gravel highway that we took up into Kluskoos, the town there. We're going to catch back up with the tail end of our team. They've still been pushing forward in the Tacoma and the other 4Runner. They're out chopping some logs now, so hopefully when we get there, they've got it all cleared up and we can help them clear out any stuff ahead and make the connection back to town.
Those are tracks right there, right, Clay?
I think they went right
I
through
think
there.
they went through there. Yeah.
There's tracks right through here. They went out over here too. Yeah, there's the bridge they fixed. Reach out and touch somebody, wasn't it? All right, you're all good on my side. Make it happen.
It didn't make it that far, actually. It's supposed to be pretty thick in here. Ooh, yeah, look at that. That's thick. It's good. We got some good intel. No fuel.
No fuel.
So where is the closest fuel at? An hour to the east is our best guess.
Is that if they have gas, or is that...
It's a resort. And they're saying that's where you get gas. And there's also a rock quarry there.
Oh.
So
But that's not someplace we can roll up to at 10, 11 o'clock at night, is it?
no. No, we need to like cut this trail as hard as we can and bail.
Okay.
And they were happy with us
They were
coming through here.
Yeah, they were like, yeah, we're doing the grease trail, and they all just kind of get a smirk on their like, oh yeah, yeah, kind of a thing. So, well, time is of the essence now because we're gonna have to get down there where we can get fuel at a reasonable hour.
Sure.
The next unknown was the river crossing at the end of the Kluskus Lake system.
Definitely have to walk this one first. This looks fun.
Walking, it's the only way to do
What's
it.
up with this structure? Yeah, what's the one you're on is what I want to know. Looks like half a cabin. Oh.
It is, isn't it?
That's the boat dock.
Oh man.
Better not. Hold there. Gonna hold here for 1 minute.
If at all possible, you have to walk it. So somebody's got to volunteer and you got to get wet and go check it out. The most important thing is to look for what kind of surface is on the bottom and then how big the rocks are, because you don't want to get like hung up out in the middle on something that you couldn't see. So you just got to walk it, carry a stick, poke around, and pick your line.
Yeah, driver's side on that rock. But there's a big hole over here. I'll stop and block off. We just don't want you getting into that. And just bring it straight towards me. And then right when you get close to me, you're gonna cut it.
Being in gear will also help with the river crossing.
Good work!
There's the benchmark right there.
Morale was high as we cleared trail. Bear sign continued to be everywhere.
Right there.
Yeah, that's.
No, that's a grizzly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Those are paws?
That's a paw.
And you think
That
that's
is rear.
claws?
So front foot, hind foot.
Ah.
Gosh.
This one.
Here, let me get that for you.
I like to hear.
Yeah, you just rub that along.
That's what I mean. What's that? What's that bear in Jungle Book?
Blue?
Blue.
It may look funny, but it feels great.
With weather moving in, we top off the saws one last time for the day.
Through a chain, we're just tightening them up and getting them all back ready to rock back on the trail.
Oh, that just got broken.
There you go. That's the last cut. We know that past this tree, we came in from that side, got stopped at this tree, so we know that once we kick this thing out of the way, we're good all the way to the village. and then we'll sort out our fuel problem.
Downhill with it, maybe? Uphill? Now let's go downhill.
We make our way to camp just outside Kluska's village. Collectively, we decide to take Apollo in the XV3 trailer so that the guys staying behind can hang out inside the habitat out of the rain. After all, it may take us a while to find enough fuel that will get us to the end of the MacKenzie.
From here that we hope is there. We hope it's there, and we hope there's fuel there. If not, we got to go all the way to the Quiznow, which is like 3 hours. Refuel, get everything on board, and then come back. But first, we're gonna fuel everything here and let it stage it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this thing's like 3/4 full.
For the chainsaws, we've only used a half gallon of gas, and we mixed a whole 5 gallons, so let's hope that doesn't come bite us in the butt.
We were told that there's a resort, like a lodge, a fishing lodge on a lake about 30 to 40 kilometers from here. He didn't have really good direction, just said 30, 40 kilometers on what they call the 4000 road, which is this main gravel road that kind of intersects the MacKenzie a time or two. So we're gonna head down that. We're kind of just using a little bit of math to decide, hey, we're gonna start looking at 25 kilometers, and if we get to 50 kilometers, we know we've probably gone too far for the turnoff. And this lodge is important to find tonight because supposedly they sell fuel. If we can find fuel there, we're gonna refuel all the tanks that we have in the trailer, which gives us a full refuel for all the vehicles. If not, we're gonna have to beeline it into Quesnel tonight, which is a couple-hour drive, and then we'll do a full refuel there. So we're fingers crossed this we can find the resort and they have enough fuel, because we do need a lot. We need about 300 liters, or which is 75 gallons.
Yeah. Need a lot of fuel. Is that a reminder to call their sat phone?
We only have a half a tank of fuel in Apollo. That's enough to get to Quesnel if we have to. The first option is at Fishpot Lake, 1 hour to the east on the 4000 road. The location of a resort, which could really mean anything. It may only be a place to get a few gallons of gas for the local traveler to get to town.
Let's hope they have it.
Even if they can, if they don't have enough, even if they can sell us like 5 gallons.
5 gallons.
We'd take it.
Yeah. The problem with going into Quesnel is it's another hour on these dirt roads into there, and then it's that long of a burn on fuel all the way back in, so this truck loses a bunch of fuel to go out to get that fuel that far out. But so it just makes us a little bit less effective on the trail towards the end of the MacKenzie, because this truck had to burn so much to go get more fuel. But hey,
And there's the road in, but it's like, I don't know if it comes from
The Fishpot turnoff is very poorly marked. Our best guess roads turn into dead ends, burning up time and fuel. The second option is to burn all the way to Quesnel, at the far edge of our fuel range.
Yeah, 54 miles as the crow flies. It's gonna be hyper miling, huh? Should we just go there and get it done?
we gotta go there and get it
Because we don't even know if this guy has fuel. We don't know if he's home. We don't know if he has fuel. We don't know if he has enough fuel.
Right.
We know Quesnel's a guarantee. We can't burn another 10 miles.
Looking around.
Couple gallons looking around.
And the time, because it would take us an hour to go get to this guy, get it spooled up, and start
we'd be in Quesnel.
fueling trucks.
Yep. It's an hour more on the way back, but it probably makes sense. Let's do this.
Let's do this.
We're gonna go do something big.
They have McDonald's there?
Probably, and we were gonna eat there.
Weather just keeps changing.
Yeah, it's rained a lot of rain. Hope those guys back there are getting a little R&R at least. I wonder if it's raining there.
Hard to say. Blue skies north. They may be getting dumped on though. Hopefully they're in tents taking naps.
Back at camp, the guys were getting some much-needed R&R, and Ty was firing up a hot meal without us.
We got a little spoiled this go round because Michelle prepackaged a lot of our dinners here. So that's what you're seeing.
Look, Ruby.
2/3 of the way out of the 4000 road, we come across a large fuel depot.
Oh, for 23 minutes. Closed 23 minutes ago. I bet a guy's around. His truck's open, full of tools right here. He may be out working on that machine.
Okay, we'll ask him.
Yeah.
Dude, this place looks just like that time in Russia.
I'm with you. I'm totally with you. So, see that truck's full of equipment? No one just left that open. Someone's around. See, so it's open from 3:30 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. Those are interesting hours.
Sorry.
We just missed it by about 20 minutes if I'm looking right, but maybe someone's around. Because that's what we need in life. We're having to cut our way through it way more than we'd hoped to. Nice. So we're getting like 2 miles an hour average, so we're burning a lot more fuel. So we've got a truck here, and we've got I think 8 jerry cans, so we need about 75 gallons of unleaded if we could buy it from you tonight.
Yeah.
We're not equipped to take cash or nothing for gas. The store down here, they just opened. I don't know if they opened the gas deal part of it yet.
And if not, the like Quesnel running into town is the
There or Sylvia's halfway to town.
okay. They'll have fuel.
They'll have gas. You can
okay.
Sylvia.
pay however.
Let's do that then. Let's do that.
Yeah, that way you're not putting you guys.
Yeah,
in
not
line.
putting you guys out.
They're probably 60K from here.
That's not bad. We
got
have plenty
that.
in this one, so we've got a lot of jerry cans to fill to get back up and
They're
fuel all
good.
those guys.
They're open till 9, I think 10.
Okay,
we better keep moving.
Okay.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, thanks guys.
Thank you, guys.
Appreciate it. This is all fleet fuel for the logging operation, so they don't even have a way to sell us fuel. They did give us some good leads that we're going to motor on down the road a couple miles and be able to, there's a gas station down the road that should have fuel and should be open. And if not, there's one about 60K down the road, so 35 miles. That's a gas station that should be open till 9 o'clock. So we got a couple of really good leads, fingers crossed. We can buzz down there and get to fuel before they close. It's gonna be tight.
It's an hour.
It's an hour. We got 1 hour to get to the fuel.
But this fuel stop turns out to be another bust, forcing our hand to hit the open road towards Sylvia's truck stop on the way to Quesnel. While Kurt lines out the map, Zach and I air up the tires to optimize our mileage.
We're running at 18 pounds on the trail, which is it's pretty low, especially with heavy rigs, and now we're getting up to speed. It's just, don't want to heat the tires up and cause a flat. Pretty tough on tires, and we need these tires bad. So, cruising range 54 miles, just came down below a quarter tank. And Silverton is 35 miles, and Quesnel is 60-ish.
Right in that range.
So we're at the very bottom of
Fingers
our
crossed
fuel.
Sylvania has fuel.
Yeah. We are so far from those other dudes, it is not even funny. But showing cruising range at 26 miles, airing up really helps. It is now 9 o'clock.
How about you pull her to the pumps and I'll run inside and see what it takes to turn them on.
Okay. They're eating in there.
Yeah, they are. There's Sylvia, I just saw her. A little further than we wanted to go. We've had to pass a few other potentials, but nothing that came to fruition. But they have fuel, and she says pump away and come back in and pay. So we're on.
Ready?
You were a little nervous.
Nervous.
You're talking about flying fuel.
That would have been expensive. I'm glad I could drive 3.5 hours to go get it.
We're about halfway through, maybe 2/3 through, and we're about $205 in fuel, Canadian bucks. This precious liquid makes the wheels turn, so it's pretty dang important. It's a total gamble. We may have enough with us. We may have had enough, because now every vehicle when we left tonight had a full tank. That could have got us through to the end. Mileage-wise, it very well could have. But given what we've experienced so far in the trail conditions and the mileage we've been getting, because we're doing so much cutting and so much crawling at 2 and 3 and 4 miles per hour, we're going to burn up way too much fuel. So I think this was an important fuel stop, albeit a major detour for us. And we may have all of this left over when we get to the end, but you know, we won't be as worried about getting to the end now. Now we know we've got plenty, and even if we get another halfway past Kluskhoos and down the trail and it's completely blocked and we can't make it, we have enough fuel to make it all the way back. So that's important too.
How much was it?
249 liters. So we were right close. We figured we needed 250 to 300 and 271 Canadian dollars.
We capitalize on the store to get some goodies for the road that we have already overly consumed due to all the trail cutting.
We're grabbing some little snacks, some fun little snacks, so the guys back at camp don't think we went shopping without them and that we didn't think of them. So thank you.
Okay.
Enjoy your evening.
Yeah.
Thank you for your fuel. Got that?
Yeah.
Go. See ya. Hey,
bye.
We'll see ya. Somebody grab my jerky.
It's an exhausting 3-hour drive back to camp in the dark. Driver and passengers constantly keeping a sharp eye to avoid moose on the road.
Burned a quarter tank of fuel, just over quarter tank.
Just over quarter.
Boys, they are.
The next morning, we are moving slow. The big trail days and a late night have caught up to us. We spend time joking around and telling stories of embarrassing moments and mishaps. After packing up, we make our way just past the village when I hear the Tacoma making a suspicious noise.
Alright, so Clint was hearing a ticking sound in the truck, asked us to put our ears on it, and then we take a look at it. And Kurt here, the magician he is, knew it right when he heard it.
But what's happened is this is just smacked on a rock or a tree, a stump. Who knows, given what we've been through in the last few days alone. And it's got a pretty sizable dent on it on this top side. I don't know if you can peek at that.
Yeah.
And it's also busted loose. This should be staked hard against the companion flange. All we're going to do is just bend it back flat so that every time the driveline cycles, it's not ticking and smacking. And that way it's at least still doing a little bit of protection, keeping that silk from being completely smacked with rocks. And we'll keep an eye on it, just make sure we don't have fluid loss over the next few days.
We make a few calls on the sat phone to Carl at Natural Gear and Axle in Washington State.
Hey Carl, this is Clay Croft giving you a shout from the MacKenzie Trail in British Columbia on a sat phone. And
he will be able to help us secure the parts we need if the problem gets any worse. But for now, there is nothing to do but monitor the leak and keep the fluids topped off if required. The trail progressively begins to get overrun with water, a known aspect of the trail as we make our way toward the coast of British Columbia.
This is really mucky water. You can hardly see the bottom, just even 10 feet out. But a good solid stone out there, you can just listen for the thunk on the other side of it. And if you hear it right away, it's going to be really shallow. So we can just throw her in and see what we hear. Yeah, that's really shallow. We heard it like instant. It's a good indication that there's a rock bottom all the way along here, and it's not very deep. So.
In a couple hours, we reach our previous bailout point from our last expedition at Mashu Crossing.
I didn't expect this kind of almost an emotional feeling about being right here for me.
Really?
Well, who would have thought that we'd ever be right here, right back here?
That's true.
At this turning point.
3 years ago.
Yeah, we kind of never thought
later.
we'd be back, you know. But here we are, standing at the Mashu Crossing. We're in a whole lot better shape this time.
Yeah.
But that road out there was no easy task either.
Actually, we found most of our challenge down that road, besides cutting logs or anything like that.
Yeah.
So we've waited a long time to be back at this point. You know, 3 years ago we came through here and we were honestly excited that we were going to exit because this trail had whipped our butts. It was kind of like, It was a bittersweet moment, but I think for most of it was pretty sweet. I think it's sat in the back of our heads for 3 years now, knowing that we didn't finish the trail. And from this point on is totally new territory for the XO crew. And we're excited to jump into it and finish something that was left.
The trail immediately becomes a running waterway, a mess of muddy trail and mosquitoes. And the map indicates more river crossings, which causes the biggest sense of uncertainty. Streams cross the main path, and we are extremely cautious as a failure of some sort out here would be devastating.
I think you're gonna like this. I think you're gonna enjoy this.
I think I'm gonna enjoy this. I don't see why I wouldn't. I mean, I've got to learn to swim sometime.
It's true, we are sending the kid who doesn't know how to swim. Don't fall.
I don't think it's gonna be that.
This is what you call a pass or fail test, which I always thought was easy. Watching for holes. Deep.
You're good. You're good. Okay.
Start aiming that way.
Yep. Yep. There you go. You can come this way a little more if you want.
You betcha.
Beautiful. You got it.
Oh, there's a rock. We'll just crawl it out.
Yep. You're good from here on out.
This crossing is thought to be a river, but turns out it's just a tributary. And the main river crossing surprises us from around the next corner.
This is unreal. Look at all this.
There's some good current out here. This is some hefty current. I don't know, man.
Hey, right here.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm right here just in case you go in.
That'll comfort him.
That truck will be almost, it'll be gripping pretty good by the time the trailer gets into it.
Yeah, that's true. By the time the trailer hits a good current, it's gonna be almost the nose of the truck will be pulling out.
But that's strong right there in the middle.
Yeah, I mean, look at it. It's over your waist.
Yeah. Thankfully, Aaron takes on the downriver side of it.
Yeah.
So that's a.
Yeah, it'll buy us a foot maybe.
Yeah. Kurt came across first. Everything went fine. It was a bit of a current, but airbox is clean and all of that. And we're just getting a winch line set up for the Tacoma coming across, just in case something happens. We need to retrieve him. We'll be ready for it. We are concerned a little bit about that trailer floating, so that's could act as an anchor to him. I think he'll get across, but we're just taking the proper precautions in case he doesn't.
And then back it off towards the after, so if we need to get in there, we can get at it right away.
This is epicking.
It is epicing. This is fun right here.
This is fun.
This is a lot of fun.
I gotta be honest, I wouldn't want to go any deeper than that without having a snorkel. I know these vehicles are all sealed. We did all the high breather kits on the diffs, the axles, so everything's moved up on those. But the engine's still our weak link, so we fill an airbox full of water or suck a motor full of water. We're a long ways away from help, and towing a vehicle out of this area is gonna take a helicopter. So that's a sad face day if that happens. Okay, we're all ready over here, so go ahead and send it.
Roger that. 4 low, lockers in, D-ring on the bottom passenger side. Very good. Nothing to it. Nothing to it. Keep with it. Nice work, buddy. Exit left. Okay, hold on right there, brother. So go ahead and just turn it off and pop the hood. We're gonna come check your airbox before we start it again, but just go ahead and kill it right there. Rolling. Okay, bring it. Remember that bow wing, just keep a nice, smooth, steady pace. Good work, man. Nice and smooth out. Hang a hard left. Good work. Then why don't you just pull up there and stop? We're going to check your airbox. Make sure you're all good to go.
Just checking the airbox here. We want to make sure we didn't get any water in the intake. And we are bone dry. Dry.
How'd that feel?
Dude, pretty good. I mean, it's kind of one of those moments where you're like, all right, here we go. You don't know what to expect, especially when you're coming around a corner like that. I didn't really know what to expect. And that was a lot deeper than I thought. But you know what? There's only one way to go. It's forwards.
Trucks are all good to go, so we're ready. We're gonna keep moving down the trail. Good job, Kurt. All right, good work, everyone. Good driving.
All right, so looking at the map, seeing how many miles we have to go and the kind of progress we've made today, albeit the trails are better, the water crossings and the technicalities of all of that have really consumed a lot of time. So I think tonight we got to push into the dark and get as many miles as we can tonight until we get sloppy, you know. Shut it down before then, but we got to make some miles. How do you guys feel about doing that?
Kurt's 100% on
Let's
board.
get down. Paulo's down with that.
Yeah, X3 says that sounds real good to us.
Let's make hay.
Alrighty, so as soon as she gets dark, we'll go lights on and keep pushing.
There are no known exit to us beyond the Kluskas village. It's a somewhat eerie feeling to be something so small in a vast, harsh environment. Everyone is motivated to clear and make ground. The night adds obvious challenges to route finding. Offshoot trails are becoming a new problem due to remote fly-in lodges in the area making new trails. Following and mapping the right one is critical.
If worse gets to worse, we'll sleep on the trail because I don't think anybody's coming down anytime soon.
Yeah, and we're about 2.5 miles from the turnoff to the MacKenzie River Lodge, the MacKenzie Lodge there. So we've got to make bus trail for a couple miles here to where we presumably catch that airstrip. We know the airstrip's in real good. That's actually part of the road. We'll drive right down the airstrip and then head off the other side of the road there, which yours does show.
Oh yeah. It's just been relentless on this offshoot of the trail. This is the true side of the MacKenzie Trail, so we feel dedicated to make sure that we map this portion. As we're going through here, we're going by a couple trail markers and whatnot, so I know that we're on the right track and pushing into the night. It's about 10:30 at night now. I think within another hour, shut it down regardless of where we're at.
It is a sweet moment when the team turns into a machine. We work for a couple hours in near silent unison. Everyone knows what to do, moving the expedition forward.
This is way better than Costa Rican bridge.
Way better.
Let's do it.
Out of the dark night, we reach a long, cavernous clearing. It's the airstrip.
Apollo, how much fuel do you have?
3/4, all on 3/4 tank.
X3?
X3 is at 2/3 of the tank.
Copy 2/3. Rufio is almost at a half.
It's a big victory and a perfect place to shut down for the night. None of us know what's in store for us on the other side of the strip. What we do know is that we have over 80 trail miles to battle. And tonight, we are surrounded by the MacKenzie.